Hello. It's fairly late. It's not very late. It's not fairly late. It's very late. It's midnight. Starting to stream at midnight because I'm laying in bed fucking watching Luke Kidgels and Drew Lynch comedy thing. Still pretty fun shit. But anyways, I'm gonna quickly do a review of the movie we watched last night, and the movie we watched last night was a movie I was meant to watch 3 nights ago. Well, not last night, or not the night before, but the night before that. Or the night before that. So yeah, 3 nights ago. No, 4 nights ago now. I don't know. But we watched Cars 3, the final of the trilogy. Apparently there is a Cars 4 in development, but I don't know how the story's going to go because basically what this one's about is Lightning McQueen isn't a rookie anymore. He is now considered an old race car driver, even though it's only been 10 years since he started. And now people calling him old, and it's weird because if he was a rookie and all these old cars are around and they're still here, but and I was wondering who this random car was. Did Lightning McQueen change it yellow? But then I realized the eye color isn't Lightning McQueen. But then again, this image itself is an indirect spoiler to the very ending of the fucking movie, because this is Cruz, who is Lightning McQueen's trainer at the new and improved Rusty's simulator area, because his sponsors sold the company to this Sterling dude who's trying to profit and merchandise Lightning McQueen's character. Which is they always do it, no matter how big or famous you are and what sport they always merchandise you somehow. And one of these people is Cruz. She's there to train the new and improved Rusty's cars to win in tourneys, and races and shit. And Lightning McQueen hates it because he just wants to race and he can't. He needs to speed up because he needs to go over 200 and he's never done that, because these new and improved cars are in these so accurate simulators every day, doing laps upon laps upon laps to get these race times and lap times, perfect lap time. And one of the main enemy is this blackish car called Jackson Storm, that you're designed to hate. And Chick is back in this movie. So I don't know if it's the same voice actor or not, but yeah, Chick isn't in this movie. And Doc Hudson's back in this movie, but with unreleased voice lines from the sessions of Cars 1, because the voice actor for Doc Hudson was an actual race car driver. So there was just I think they made it said that they made the decision just to keep recording at all times with the voice actor to just keep stories in, and they used some of those lines in this movie, which is pretty cool and pretty it's almost it's honest to God, Paul Walker dying in 2013, the same year Fast 6 was released. Then his final movie was in 2015, which is Fast 7. But that's in Fast 10 this year, or Fast 10 Part 2 is the other year, is he'll be back in the movie, but it's unreleased footage. They did that with Fast 7. One of the Fast 7's shots in it was altered footage from Fast 5. But yeah, and the entire thing was that he needs to be faster and he's falling behind, so he needs to train differently. So he goes to this new area, meets her, and because he wants to do training exactly like Jackson Storm's doing, and he doesn't like how the trainer's doing, because the trainer's just doing which is not even racing, not even going on a treadmill. Like, she's going 5 miles an hour on a race, like, treadmill thing, and he's like, and every day he's just doing these dance routines and blah blah blah. But then the movie just shifts completely, like halfway through the movie, where this derby thing, where both Cruz and Lighting are there. They're in it. They do a dirt track thing, and Cruz Lighting teaches Cruz how to drift, like turn right to turn left, steer right to turn left, and steer left to turn right. That's what Doc taught him, and one of the plots in the movie, well, one of the major plot is to find Smokey, which is Doc Hudson's trainer, and you see all these other classic cars, blah blah blah, from races, and it's cool, like 4 generations of cars, but one's missing, which is Doc. But then when we're in the final race, which I thought the first race in the movie was going to be the final race, because in the poster you see Lightning McQueen in the air flying. You think that'll be his final thing. The movie would end like a very sad note. But no, it's not. But in the final race, where he was actually catching up, Cruz becomes the racer. Because the subplot in the movie is that she always wanted to be a racer, and the first time she was there, she got told that she's never gonna be one, so she became a trainer. Blah blah blah. Which I don't really understand, like, how can you not be a racer but still be a trainer? You need to have experience being a racer, That's why, like, virtually every single sports coach has played the sport. That's like fucking having an English teacher not go to school. Anyways, but yeah, it's pretty cool because Smokey's there with Lightning McQueen coaching Cruz. But then Cruz wins the race, and all the techniques Smokey and Lightning McQueen teacher, she does, which is pretty cool. And at the end, Tex from the first movie comes over and looks at her to sponsor her. It's pretty cool. And he actually bought the Rust-eze company, meaning that there's 2 different teams, but with one owner, And that's Dynaco. Tex owns Dynaco, and guess what? This is the Dynaco designs at the very end of the fucking movie. Which I'm like, you just spoiled the fucking movie, But a lot of people, I've read somewhere that people fucking hate Cars 3, like, they really like Cars 1, Cars 2 is enjoyable, and Cars 3 is just utter shit. But looking at IMDb, it's not like that. Cars 1 is very good, Cars 2 is a letdown, but Cars 3 is back up. And I am inclined to agree, like, if you enjoyed Cars 1, this is more akin to Cars 1. Cars 2, like, we don't know if Cars 2 is canon or not. We don't know if it's just Mater's dreams, whatever. But I really enjoyed Cars 2. Like, it didn't, like, the Cars franchise didn't always have to be necessarily about Lightning McQueen. It doesn't have to be all about racing. It's just about cars. Like, sure, the number one thing you think about cars is driving, but since in this world they're sentient beings, what about car chefs? What about car fucking spies? What about car military? What about, But yeah, very solid movie. I like it. And you can easily tell, like, it's a modern day movie because, like, you see all these, like, little specks of, like, dirt in some shining areas, and it's, like, pretty cool to look at. And I'm glad I watched it because I knew this movie existed, and I think I wanted to see it in cinemas, but we never did, which is a bit unfortunate. But I like to watch. I like it. It's a solid 7 out of 10 movie. It's not groundbreaking. It's not as good as the first one. It is enjoyable. I don't know for me if it's better than the second one or not because I really enjoyed the second one. Maida was barely in this movie. Sally was barely in this movie. Some of the side characters don't even have talking lines. Um, but yeah, I really like the movie. It's pretty cool. And if there was a cast for, I can literally just see it be about Lightning McQueen doing races as well as Cruise doing races, and they're doing shit together, you know. I am Speed. Yeah, that's Cars 3, the Cars trilogy. Now I'm going to be watching a set of movies I thought I would never seek out to watch. And that's one of the coolest things about this endeavor I'm doing. I'm watching movies I would never even considered watching. I'm going to be watching the movies that set in this same universe. Planes. There's 2 Planes movies. One's 6 out of 10, one's 5.9. Decent. So, I'm going to watch them. I have no idea if they're going to relate to the law of Cars or not. But I'm going with an open mind. But, yeah. That's what I like about this. Like, there's these franchises I have thought about. There's these set of movies I know of but never seen. Like, Volcano was one of them. Independence Day, both of them. Like, I never thought I'd properly even watch them. I knew they existed, but now we're here. They're done. These movies are done, and that's honestly a thing that I took for granted when I was younger in high school. Like, and even doing it in 2021 when I was doing Screen Media, like some of the homework was like, watch this movie tonight. Watch this series over the next week. I'm like, I don't have time to fucking do that because, like, I'm streaming and doing guitar shit and like how the fuck would I watch a movie? Because usually I'll go to the cinemas in the day, and during the daytime I usually at either work or in bed. But now I realize that movies aren't these massive things that you need to plan your entire day around. Technically you can, like if you're going to see a brand new movie that's 2.5 hours long, fairly decent length. Like if you started at midday, it's done by 3, you know. But if you do the math in your head, if you start a movie at around midnight, it won't be done till around 2. That's just 2 hours, you know. 2 hours, not. And then some of these movies are just an hour and a half, really short. This stream is gonna be less than an hour and a half. You know, I'm only gonna be playing for like maybe till like 1:30. But I'm glad that I'm doing this movie thing. It literally just started off with me wanting to catch up with the DCU movies, with finish off the X-Men franchise, and rewatch the MCU, and we just watch every single superhero movie ever made. That's why I watch the Swamp Things movies, the OG Captain America movies, the OG Doctor Strange movie, you know, and all these are just obscure, like, Marvel or DC oriented movies. And that's why I like first, like, I want to say month and a bit were just reserved for superhero shit. I mean, the first non-superhero movie we watched was Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. Kind of is a superhero type of thing, not gonna lie, but so I'm gonna disregard that. But then it was Jacksepticeye's How Did We Get Here documentary. 1st of March last year. Fuck me, I remember watching that, bro. Like at 8 p.m. or something. I remember watching that. Because I watched it instead of the Arrowverse shit. Damn, it's crazy. So then I think I watched Arrowverse afterwards. I don't know. But then what's after that? We got the Batman's, Punishers, Superman's, Fantastic Four, Morbius, Steel V for Vendetta, Captain America, Doctor Strange, Idiocracy. I didn't actually watch that movie. I'm gonna get rid of that. I didn't watch the movie. Been Richard Next, Dark Knight, DCEU, Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness,